Hey everyone, it's Fitz with your daily delivery. Hope you're doing well. I am very good, and the Big 12 might get some very good news this fall about television ratings. And I came across this article because the amazing Greg Flugar of the Peek Around the Corner College Football podcast, right on YouTube. If you haven't seen it, check it out. He has the best information. He's absolutely incredible at sourcing out information. But he found an article in the Front Office Sports, a magazine that covers business of sports, about how Nielsen is reinventing the way it does TV ratings. Because I've long suspected that its model was wildly outdated. If you're still using cable as your only point of reference for ratings, I don't think you're getting the right ratings. And they didn't either. Hey, first though, before I get rolling too far here, thank you. We made it over 16K over the weekend. It snuck up on me. Thank you so much. Onward we go. You guys are fantastic. Keep interacting with these videos. So this article is a lifeline basically to the Big 12. And the reason is now Nielsen has a whole new, more complex system, much more complex. It brings in streaming and other aspects of TV viewing. And it apparently has shown that smaller markets were vastly underrepresented in their ratings. That sounds like schools like Iowa State, Kansas State, Oklahoma State. You can go on. And apparently this new model greatly boosts the ratings. Why? Because the model didn't take into account what they call affinity for teams. That the passion for the Kansas State Wildcats from that fan base may not be reflected properly because it's a lot of rural fans. And if they're watching the game, nobody knows. Nobody knew, but they will now because of streaming and maybe a deeper probe into exactly who's watching via cable. It's going to be remarkable. Now, Brian Fuhrer, that's an unfortunate name, isn't it? The Nielsen's senior vice president had a really interesting quote, and let's bring it up right now. For markets that were not measured before in out-of-home tabulations, they're there now, and it's where you saw the big bumps. And teams that are popular in those markets really saw the lift. But it's just a better view of the market overall. So I was right with my feelings that maybe Nielsen wasn't capturing the ratings quite right, because Kansas State, as an example, is it the Topeka market, the Salina market? Is that even a market? I don't know. And we know that the passion for the Wildcats is way up there, 50,000 every game. I think this is really going to help the Big 12, and this coming in with 3 years of numbers to put under your belt leading into the new negotiation for a new contract. Brett Yormark's got an interesting opportunity here. If, and this is a big if the numbers break the right way. I don't know how this will impact us, and at the end of the day, neither does Nielsen. What their current effort is they put this in place for this next season, is streamlining the efficiency in which all this added data is collected and then refined into what they need. Seems like a solution for AI, but that's just me. Just plug it all in there, have AI spit it out. They're hoping for a one-day turnaround on those ratings, just like they always have, so that on Mondays or Sundays or whenever they can, we're going to know what the TV ratings are. And thanks to this new formula, they're going to be much more accurate and reflective of smaller market teams that weren't properly represented in the previous way of doing business.